ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणि विचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादे पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासुदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा welcome all of you for our morning Bhagavatam class. Today Balram Shakti Pro's throat is not well. So we will not be having Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. Today we'll directly have Prabhupada Purport session. So we are discussing a very important section. By understanding this, now we'll know how we are entangled, what is the exact procedure that is happening. What happens is we are all intrigued with karma and other things. So all these things will be very clearly understood by the system. How the karma acts, how things are going on in our state. So we have discussed all these things very detailed way, and just a small revision that this Mahatattva is actually Chitta. It is the impressions that we are all carrying with us. It is a mode of goodness, it is clear, sober, and this is Vasudev consciousness. So the Chitta only, this is the repository of all the impressions, which transforms into ego, manas, and buddhi. So we have discussed this also. So all the impressions are there. It's in a neutral state. But some part of this chitta are separated and that forms the ahankara. So ahankara separates us from its chitta is like the cloud we have discussed. So the cloud is there. Everything, all the impressions are stored there. Like we all our internet, everything is there in the internet, right? All the information is there in the internet. The Google, everything is there. But in Google, na, we have our own email ID and we have our own, what do you call, drives, where our things are stored separately, your email ID, your drive. So that is like the Ahankara. It is like separating us from everything. And then there is Manas, that is also from the impressions which we got, which are there in the Chitta only. But here, na, they are much more, all these things is a consciousness only, and this consciousness from the soul is transferred through prana. So prana is the energy that connects the soul with the antakarana. That's it's not air. People say I am breathing in prana and breathing out prana. No, it's not. That is not the main understanding of prana is the energy that is making all these things active. Now these things are as such, they are matter only. How they become conscious? Because of the prana, like that. It is connecting. So manas is also the part of some part of impressions which are stored as positive and negative. It's an emotional state. And without emotions, we will not have desires. So that means desires are at this level of manas. And then buddhi is the action. Now I want to execute something. We need to have some active element. Now I want to speak, then I need some buddhi how to speak. So that is given by buddhi. Okay, you can speak by using PPT, you can use doing like this, doing like this. That action part is buddhi. Manas is only plus and minus. I like, I don't like. It's like a very cozy person sitting in a sofa in front of a TV eating some potato chips. And he's just very emotional person. So Manas is like that. And then we have seen how this pradhana, it is invested with time and jivas. Jivas have karma and swabhava. And then it transforms into mahatattva. So in mahatattva, all these three modes are there, which are actively, which are what is happening is mahatattva is not in a neutral state. It is having these three modes who are fighting with each other. No, Rajasattvam Tamaschaiva Tamasattvam Rajastata. What Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, there is always a fight between the three modes. So this is actually what happens. Mahatattva, it is, in general, it is, overall it is Sattva, but slowly, because the modes are there, then there is Sutta Tattva, Ahankara Tattva comes. So the Ahankara Tattva, again it combines with the diff modes. It is modes only, but it is transformed further. And then the transformation, this transformation, it is from subtler to gross. That is the transformation that happens. That means the vibration level reduces. More subtler, it is more vibrant. More gross, it is less vibrant. Like this, if you take this table, what is the difference between table and water? What is the difference between table and fire? Both are element only, na? Both are ahankara only. Ahankara in ahankara tattva with mode of ignorance. But what is the difference? The vibrations are very less here. It became very solid. So vibrations, we cannot feel the vibrations of the table. Because they're very less. But if you go water, little bit we can feel. Fire we can see immediately, and air we can see it's always moving like that. That means what is happening here, it is becoming more and more gross like that. And pure state is Krishna consciousness. This chitta, which impressions are not there, it is in a very pure state that we have discussed. Yeah, here we have discussed about Ahankara Tattva. And then we have discussed yesterday how false ego is characteristics as doer. So if you remember this, three things are there. Doer means what it is explained. This we will revise once. Doer means three things. What is explained here? So very important is Ahankar Tattva to understand how I am entangled. So here very clearly it is explained. The material ego sprungs up from Mahat Tattva. So this is Ahankara Tattva is coming from where? Mahat Tattva only, which is evolved through Lord's energy. This is this is evolution. That means there is a transformation. How the transformation is happening? Because of time factor. So here Lord's energy is, what is this energy that is making Mahat Tattva into Ahankara Tattva? The time factor, right? So the energy of the Lord in the form of time, that is actually making the change. We discuss time means which changes everything. In this world, time changes everything, right? So that is the function of time. As now, from the class beginning till now, so many things changed. That means time is affecting all of us. Every minute it is affecting. The material ego is endowed predominantly with active power of three kinds: goodness, passion. It is from these three types of material ego that mind, the sense of perception, the organs, and the gross element. So here, with the ego, mind is in goodness, and the sense perception is because of passion. And here, this is because of ignorance. Now, the important thing is the next shloka, where it is said, what are the functions? We discussed the source of gross elements, the sense and mind is identified with them. It is It is Sankarshan, Ankar directly, Ananta with full heads. Yeah, characterized by doer, instrument, and effect. And here I am the doer. We need an identity for performing an activity. We discussed this yesterday. So we need identity. Okay, karmanye vadikaraste. So I have right of doing my duty. So you identified yourself. Yes, this is my responsibility. I am husband, I am wife. This is my responsibility. You have an identity. And then I am the doer. It's an instrument. Ma कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते ma phaleshu kadachana. So here I am the doer. So the instrument. First in I have to do. I am the doer and result is depending on me. But Krishna tells no, you cannot take entitlement of result also. You cannot say I am the doer also. And you should have my sarvani karmani sannyas adhyatma chetasa. You should not have bhautika chetasa. Adhyatma chetasa, sorry. Yeah, my sarv adhyatma chetasa means you have to change your identity. I am servant of Krishna. So it is not naham vipro na chanarapati napi vaishyo na sudro naham grihni cha vanapati na manasto itirva kintu prorte nikala paramananda purnamrita aptibit Gopir Bhartor Padakamalyor Dasa Dasanudasi. So this is Dasa Dasanudasi is our identity. Not I am a Vipra, I am a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Grahastha, Vanapa, Sannyasi. That is not our identity. So this is the real identity. That's what Krishna is telling 3.30 shloka. My Sarvani. Sannyas Adhyatma Chetasa means to know who you are. Who am I? I am servant. And Nirmama Nirahankaraha. Nirmama means I am not it is not me and mine. And my sarvani karmani means give up all the result to me. So this is called, then what it becomes? It becomes real ego. So this is the system. We are now wrongly identifying and now we have to come to real identity. Real identity is I am servant. I am not the doer. It is prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani. So prakriti is doing. In that way also we are not the doer. And I have to give this I and mine. So here 2.47 and 3.30, these two shlokas are very important for us to understand what Krishna what Lord Kapila is explaining in this shloka. It is further characterized as serene, active or dull. So we have discussed this also. What is serene? It is in goodness. They are active and dull. So all these three things are affecting. Now we discuss how the all the three modes are important. Uh, why it is important? Because if we want to sleep, we need ignorance. If we want to act, we need passion. If we are not having ignorance, we will not be able to sleep only. We need ignorance also, we need passion also. But we want predominantly goodness. That is what is important. And here we have discussed all these things. False ego. It is how everything works with this. And our desires to enjoy in this. False ego is represented by different senses as a result of combination, the demigod, the senses and all. So many things are produced. This is called advancement of civilization, propagates. All these things, but factually the advancement of civilization is a manifestation of false ego only. So big city means what? Big false ego. No. It's all manifestation of ego. Then we discussed how The false ego of goodness, another transformation takes place. From this evolves mind, whose thoughts and reflections give rise to desires. Now, here we discuss how manas is what is causing all these desires. Manas is not neutral. This also we discussed yesterday. It is there is sankalpa and vikalpa. So here this is what is explained in this. I just again explain for you. So here the important thing is mind is evolving. So from false ego came uh, so from this ahankara tattva only. So ahankara tattva in ahankara tattva will write plus goodness. It is coming manas. And this manas is always I like, I don't like. That means this is also based on impressions only. Whereas chitta impressions are neutral. In chitta, impressions are neutral. So here in chitta, what happens is it only gives the information. I gave the example. I am seeing a now say I saw a cake. The information goes to chitta. Chitta tells it's a cake. That's all. When it comes to manas, manas says I like, I don't like. So this is where this is unconscious mind, this is subconscious mind, like that. So it is said, whose thoughts and reflection give rise to desires. Because once you say I like, I don't like, then the desires also manifest. The desire manifests when you say I like, I don't like, then only desire manifest. Otherwise, at the level of chitta, it's a neutral state only. Here at the level of manas, the desires are getting manifested. I told na is like a fat person sitting eating some potato chips very emotionally watching some TV. I like, I don't like. The symptom of mind are are determination and rejection. So that means I like sankalpa and vikalpa, which are due to different kinds of desires. We desire which is favorable to our sense gratification and we reject which is unfavorable to sense gratification. The material mind is not fixed, but the very same mind can be fixed when engaged in the activity. So, mana Krishna niveshe. Man, it should be man mana bhavamad bhakto. Engage in the activity of Krishna consciousness. Then we start liking Krishna, we start liking Krishna conscious things. Otherwise, as long as mind is on a material platform, it is hovering and all these rejections and acceptance is asat, temporary. So we discussed this also. What is sinful mentality? Very important thing to understand. What is called sinful mentality? If you say I like, I don't like, it is sinful mentality. That is the cause of our bondage. Sinful mentality. Whether I have sinful mentality or not, how to know? If you have this I like, I don't like. This is sinful mentality. Then what is not sinful? It is what is right mentality. I will do what is right. Even though I may like, I may not like, because it is right thing I'll do. Morning Bhagavatam class, I like, I may not like. But no, because it is right, I will do. So then free from sinful mentality. So if you want to be free from sinful mentality, we have to do what is right. So the cause of bondage is this mentality only. As long as we live this mentality, we'll stuck up in this material world. Now, first thing is we should know what is right and we start doing what is right. then we are free from this sinful mentality. That is the system. Arjuna says, no, no, I don't like to fight. No, no, I want to fight. Krishna says, no, that is sinful mentality. Whether you like or don't like does not matter. You have to do your dharma. What is the dharma? Sarva dharman parityata savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshit. That is the dharma. I may like, I may not like. As long as we keep on holding this mentality, so here it at the level of manas. And what Prabhupada is telling, uh, as long as mind is on the material platform, it is hovering on, and all these rejections and actions is asat, temporary. This is not sat, asat. That is called anartha. Artha means useful, anartha means which is bonding us, the cause of bondage. So asat is the cause of bondage. Asatoma Sadgamaya. From Asat we should go to Sat. It is stated that he whose mind is not fixed in Krishna consciousness must hover between acceptance and rejectance. I like, I don't like. I like, I don't. However advanced a man is in the academic qualification, as long as he is not fixed in Krishna consciousness, he simply accepts and rejects and will never be able to fix his mind on a particular subject matter. You that Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Samadhu na Vidheyate will never happen to him because he is not fixed in Krishna consciousness. His determination is not one. All these people, they use this shloka say, yes, focus on your goal, focus on your goal. But you cannot have a single goal. We cannot have a single goal without Krishna. Only Krishna consciousness is a single goal. Any other thing is not single goal only. You have many things. Bahushaka hi anantascha buddhya avyavasana. That's what Prabhupada is telling. They use this shloka, motivational. Yes, vyavasayatmika buddhi. You will achieve success. You will achieve success. Be focused on your goal. No. Prabhupada is telling sleep. Krishna consciousness he will simply accept, will never be able to fix his mind on a particular subject matter without Krishna consciousness. That is the point. And the mind of a living entity is known by the name Anuruddha, the supreme rule of the senses, supreme ruler of the senses. He possesses a blackish blue form resembling a lotus flower growing in atom. He is found slowly by the yogis. The yogis, they are meditating on this form of Aniruddha. By meditating on Aniruddha, one can become free from the acceptance and rejection. So if we want to free our mind from all this, I like, I don't like. Even though I like, I don't like, how does it matter? It does not matter. Prabhuji, I don't like. No, who cares? You do what is right. And we have to be free from this agitation of acceptance and rejections. When one's mind is fixed upon Aniruddha, one gradually becomes God realized. He approaches the pure state of Krishna consciousness, which is the ultimate goal of yoga. That is what we need. That means we are just coming out of this manas and we are becoming chitta level. And by transformation of false ego and passion, so this is the next level. So ahankar tattva, again it further transforms. Transformation means all the time. What is this? This is effect of time. That means energy of Lord. That is seen in the previous verse also, if you remember here. So here also, which evolves from the Lord's own energy, that is time factor. So material ego upon Mahatattva evolved into what? Into Manas, like that. And here it is evolving into Buddhi. So transforms, intelligence takes place. This is what is Buddhi. So if you remember, I have discussed each element. Chitta is like air. It is very movable and it transforms. It is like air. It is with the quality of air, the element air. And manas is water. Buddhi is fire. Ahankara is Ahankara is what? It is earth. So here, chitta, what happens when we see some object? It see an object. Say I saw I gave the example of a, say, apple. Now, as soon as I see it goes to chitta, and chitta, now it has to identify the object. So identification is done by chitta. So what does chitta does? It is very flexible. It's like air. It takes the shape of the object which we saw and starts searching within all the memory. Within chitta only, it has all the files properly stored. In a very, very fractions of second, chitta immediately transforms itself and matches with the object. Okay, apple, and it gives the information. Yes, red color, this shape, this size, it's an apple. Now, then it goes to manas, which is watery. Water is the emotional part, right? And now here comes this buddhi factor. Of course, earth we have understood it's an identity. Now, as soon as you say I like, what ahankara will say? I want. Manas says I like, I want. If he says I don't like, ahankara says I don't want. Ahankara is the part which will make us wanting it. Like this is my house, this is my child, my wife, my husband. All this ahankara. Why? Because they are giving me some pleasure. If they stop giving me pleasure, ahankara will say I don't want, diverse. So this is ahankara part. It's very rigid. It's difficult. From childhood only the ahankara starts growing. It's very difficult to get out of this ahankara part. Big struggle for all of us. We are stuck up here only. And now this is very important element. This is where we all have to work with the level of buddhi. Because buddhi, the function of buddhi are to help in ascertaining the nature of object when they come into view and help the senses. So this is we will be able to understand the object here and we'll be able to do certain things. Yes, Keshav Premji.
Prabhuji, what is the role of brain, Prabhuji? I mean, human brain, what you said, this only, actually, this only does this function of Prabhuji, identifying with all what we have, seeing an object. There is a particular part in the brain which process all those things, no, Prabhuji. So, how to, with Chitta and brain, what is the connection, Prabhuji?
What I am discussing all these things is Mataji software and
Oh.
brain hardware.
Oh. So this sometimes when due to some injury that particular hardware is injured, na Prabhuji. So that software may be there, but hardware will not be able to execute that function, no Prabhuji.
Means it
So,
affects like now you have some software, you have some apps in your mobile. When you have certain app, the mobile will function in a particular way. Like you have a Zoom app in your mobile, that's why you're able to see the Zoom meeting.
Sweet comment.
If you don't have app, then you cannot see that, right? That
Yes,
means you need this hardware, the body, brain, heart, all these things are hardware part. The programming in it, like you may have mobile, but you don't have any apps. Will that work? It's
No,
no. Similarly, all this Man, Chitta, Buddhi, Ahankar is a programming which is actually designing this hardware. Our laptop, no, either Mac or this, that is based on what apps you have in that or what programming you have. So this is like software part, this is hardware part.
But generally, doctors, we say that if that particular part is affected, so you don't get this. Like that only our understanding is there, no Prabhuji. You don't have a taste, you don't have a smell because that part of brain is affected. That is how.
Like what happens is if now see even somebody's brain dead also he can still have his desires, he can have still his ahankara, still he's surviving. How is happening? Because the software is still there for him. If,
But
if
that will not be
even
unless he
brain is
comes
dead,
out of
nothing is there.
coma.
How he's able to function? Where is he's getting the energy?
Mm. Mm. The software only, Prabhuji.
That is the point.
Okay.
Even brain dead people also they survive. Like his only Jayapatak Maharaj take. For him,
Mm.
the reptile brain, this part got damaged. And no, 99% people cannot survive because this is where Ahankara stays.
Oh.
Then how did he function? From where he's getting? Because the software is there. Hardware is damaged. He is surviving because of his software. He is very determined. That's why it is functioning. He is able to. It's a miracle for doctors. Because this
Oh.
reptile part, there are three parts in the brain. No, the reptile part,
Mm.
99% no chance only because this is where Ahankara is. This spinal cord is where Ahankara stays. This is where Mana stays. So this is the positions according to the Shastra. This part is not for them. It does not work only, but it works for him
Oh.
like that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
The intelligence is discriminating power. This is to understand an object. Now, Manas says, "I like cake," but now Buddhi is able to discriminate. Array, it is a cake, but you already are 110 kgs. You eat. What will happen to you? So it helps the senses make choice. The senses and manas, na, they always go with emotional state. But buddhi is what discriminates. Buddhi says, no, no. Buddhi is like it I told, na, it has, of course, five functions are there. Many things are there. The buddhi, it sees the reality in a proper way. It sees reality in a distorted way. It has dreams and it has doubts, and most important thing is memory. So that will all come. So here it also makes choices. It also helps us to discriminate between right and wrong. So we have to make this buddhi very strong. So I told na, manas is always I like, I don't like. But buddhi is conscious. It is active mind. So it is conscious mind which will help us. If this is more stronger, that's it. Buddhi nashat pranashyati is why Buddhi has this memory. So if you see the shloka, dhyayato vishayan pumsa sangaste shupajayate, sanga sanjayate kama, kama krodho vijayate, krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammoha smriti vibhrama. Smriti vibhrama means the intelligence, the buddhi's memory is lost. So buddhi has five things. He has five things. One is perceiving reality in a proper way. Perceiving reality in a proper way and distorted perception of it. And third thing is dreams, memory, and doubts. So these are the five things of buddhi. Apart from that, here it is explained it has an ability to discriminate. So this is discrimination. Now discrimination is based on what? Discrimination is based on memory. That's why when uh, in the shloka of Dhyato Vishan Pumsa, Sangha Sanjay Kama Krodhat Bhavat Sammoha Smriti Vibhrama. Smriti is memory. And Smriti is lost. Smriti Bhramshat Buddhi Nashi. If there is no memory, that means no Buddhi only. Because our discrimination is because of memory only. So I know that this is not right, this is right. We have to give more and more. What is the teaching that is done in the Gurukul is they are taught to memorize things. Thousands and thousands of shlokas they memorize. Memory is very strong. That means buddhi is very strong. Now Kali Yuga, people hardly have memory. Now, previously, at least in childhood, now I used to remember mobile numbers. Now, after the smartphone came, I am not able to remember my own number. I have two numbers. One number I don't remember. Why? Because buddhi is getting lower and lower. We have to make it. So memory, if this is gone means buddhinashat pranashyati. That's what. It has discrimination. So it makes choices. Therefore, intelligence is supported by the supposed to be the master of senses. But what is happening? It is become servant of senses. It says, go and eat, go and do this, go and do it. But they don't have any power only to control. We say, Prabhuji, mind cheated. I know I'm supposed to not eat more. I'm not supposed to waste my time here. I should not supposed to do these things. Why we are doing? Because we are going with manas. That's why we are entangled in this world. Manas is the cause of our entanglement because it is not controlled by buddhi. But if you have proper buddhi that is based on the shastras, which is properly discriminating, most of the people here they live a sinful life because they don't use their buddhi. Because buddhi is not trained only. They don't get this buddhi. We can get from the shastras. What is right, what is wrong, how you know? People are just saying, just do it. Just to do it. Now you will find in so many t-shirts, just to do it means what? You are going with manas. I like, I don't like, just do it. Array, whatever you feel cool. This Zen generations. Just do it, whatever, chill. But no chill. You are going to happily suffer in hell. So the perfection of intelligence is attained when one becomes fixed in the activity of Krishna conscious. That is Buddhi Yoga Dhananjaya. Krishna is using this word Buddhi with the help of yoga. By the proper use of intelligence, here proper using the word intelligence, but it's actually Buddhi only. By proper use of one's Buddhi, one's consciousness is expanded. And the ultimate expansion of consciousness is Krishna consciousness. This is the point. The highest, no, all if you see in the second chapter, how many times Krishna used the word buddhi? Whole second chapter, you will find so many places Krishna is saying buddhi, I'll give buddhi, dadami buddhi yogam tam, ninth chapter. So this is what is needed for all of us, and that is awakened. And Krishna is telling, no, no, I'm giving you buddhi, buddhi, buddhi. Because this is what we all need. We all need proper buddhi to come out. Why we have to read all these things, hear all these things, just to awaken our buddhi. Again and again, we have to hear. Why again and again? Why that is sadhana? Sadhana means repetition because we want to memorize it. Repetition is for what? For memorizing. Then we will be able to remember when we need it. And then we need determination to apply also. That is the point. We have to remember. That is why that repetition is very much important. Without repetition, we cannot read. If you go any previous Gurukulas, they used to repeat the same shloka again and again, so that the memory is very, very strong. And memory helps us discriminate like that. Of course, many things are there. We will not doubt, misapprehension, correct apprehension, memory, and sleep are determined by this. Different functions are said to be the distinct characters. So here I already told these 5 things: doubt, misapprehension, correct apprehension. So correct perceptions. So to correct perception, wrong perceptions, and memory. This is the most important function. And sleep, I told this is like dream. So 4 and 5, right? And as determined by the different functions are said to be the distinct characteristics of intelligence. And doubt is an important function of intelligence. Prabhupada is explaining. Yes, Keshav Primataji.
Prabhuji, regarding intelligence, you are explaining, Prabhuji, we have to sharpen the intelligence by memory, repetitions, all those things, Prabhuji. But many places, Prabhupada has written, you may be a PhD holder, you may be super duper intelligent materially, but doesn't mean that you will take up spirituality. We are seeing also, Prabhuji, not all intellectual people are taking up spiritual. So Shraddha plays a role there, no, Prabhuji. However, we are intelligent, if it is not combined with faith, people may not come to spiritual science, no spirituality, no Prabhuji.
Oh, no, Mataji, that is not intelligence, that is information.
Oh.
Their buddhi is not awakened. See, very
Mm.
important. Here, what
Mm.
Prabhupada is telling, you see this?
Mm.
The proper use of intelligence, one's consciousness is expanded, but these people's consciousness don't expand. And the
Mm.
ultimate expansion of consciousness is Krishna consciousness. This
Mm.
only have information. You may have so many PhD degrees, you only have information. You don't have
Mm.
buddhi. You are in an
Mm.
emotional state. You are doing I like, I don't like only.
Mm.
Buddhi means where a
Mm.
person will say, I will do what is right, even though I may like or I may not like. I want to do what is right. And you try to search what is right.
Oh.
So there is so much difference. See,
Mm.
here now people
Mm.
why devotees are free? Why most of the people, 99% of the people, they are programmed only. Program is
Mm.
what? Program means they cannot use their they cannot use their buddhi. They are already programmed. That's why they just do like that. If a person
Mm.
born
Mm.
in a Germany, he live like he's a PhD and he's living like that. Again, he will be born in Germany only because he's programmed like that. He cannot
Mm.
use his buddhi. Buddhi, when you are conscious,
Mm.
you are not going with conditionings. You are doing what is right. My
Mm.
conditioning will tell, "Arey, what is this class? Go happily sleep or no, no, you
Mm.
can chill out." But no,
Mm.
Buddhi says no. This is right. You should do it. So
Mm.
where the living entity freedom, na,
Mm.
freedom, the free will or free will is Buddhi only.
Oh.
Why animals don't have freedom? Because they don't
Mm.
have Buddhi. That's why no reaction also for them. No
Mm.
karma for animals. They just
Mm.
they don't whatever activity animals do, they don't get any karma because Krishna did not give them buddhi. He gave us buddhi. This free will he gave.
So Buddhi is for only human form, Prabhuji, that four parts which was
Yeah, yeah, that
Antakaranas.
is for us.
Oh,
That's
but sometimes
that's
animals.
why we have karma.
Oh, animals looks like they behave intelligently, no Prabhuji. They will be hiding somewhere suddenly, like it will be calculating for its prey, no Prabhuji. It looks like when we watch Animal Planet and all, Prabhuji, we can see how intelligently that animal also acts to get the prey. So all those things is not intelligence, Prabhuji.
That is for eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. That is not to do what is right, what is wrong.
Yes, Prabhuji, but they
They
have
just
some
need
intelligence, no Prabhuji.
we call it intelligence, but that is not buddhi. See, the
Oh,
terms na, where difference is there.
mm,
Intelligence is not completely telling what is buddhi. So, this English terms and Sanskrit terms, na, there is difference. That's why
mm,
I wrote it is subconscious mind,
mm.
unconscious mind,
Conscious mind.
and conscious mind. So, it's all mind only. So, here buddhi is conscious mind.
Mm,
That is buddhi. Intelligence is part of buddhi, but it is not completely telling what is buddhi because buddhi has these functions: doubt,
mm,
misapprehension, correct apprehension, memory, and sleep. All these things is buddhi, not
mm.
just intelligence. Like that.
Oh. So this conscious mind is present only in human, Prabhuji.
Human beings, and that's why we have karma. Animals don't have karma. No matter how many animals kill each other or whatever they do, no karma for them because they are not given this conscious mind.
Prabhuji, then there is no karma for upper planetary system and lower planetary system. Only Earth is karma bhubi, no, Prabhuji. Only here karma exists. Then what about how they will function, Prabhuji?
And
Upper planetary.
their upper planetary system, karma in terms of they can use their buddhi and perform bhakti or yoga and they can elevate. But
Mm.
karma in the sense they are just enjoying their karma, not that they
Yes, Prabhuji. But
like
will
they,
they have buddhi, Prabhuji? They will also have buddhi.
of course they have buddhi. They will
Mm.
like like say now you are going for now you took a 3 days vacation from your hospital and you are going to some place. Now you
Mm.
don't have a job of a doctor now. You can go
Mm. Mm.
eat and
Mm.
sleep and come. But after that
Mm.
you have to come back. So similarly, Swarga is like I have
Correct,
already
correct.
paid for it. You paid for the hotel, you paid for the food, you paid for the flight tickets, and you paid for all travel. You go
Mm.
enjoy and come back. So
Wonderful, Prabhuji.
not there.
Wonderful analogy.
Karma in the sense you are just enjoying and coming. You already paid for it.
Okay. 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 So this buddhi terminology is only for humans, and that buddhi will come into act only after spirituality is started in a human Prabhuji. Till then, it is a programmed human is also a programmed machine
Yeah,
only. Till
most of the people now around, na, that's why they're all programmed. Unless you follow scripture. So here, na, Buddhi awakening means scriptures.
mm, Guru Sadhu Shastra, all three, no Prabhuji.
Ah, if you are not following scriptures, Guru Sadhu Shastra, we are all programmed, and everybody is programmed around. They are going to live like that only because their Buddhi is not awakened only for them.
Mm.
They're
Prabhuji, and
just
you.
doing what is programmed. That's all. Unless you come in contact with Shastras, Guru, Sadhu, how will they come out of this and how will they start using the free will properly? They just do what they like, and you will do like that only. That's why if you are born in Germany, you will continue to be born in Germany again and because you are programmed like that. So you will behave
Mm,
like a German and again next life also you'll continue to be German. There's no
mm,
way out. That's why we need Shastra. So Shastra will help you. Okay, this is not correct. You have to do what is right. So you start awakening and then you come out of it.
Okay. Prabhuji, and you're telling after using buddhi, whether we like it or don't like it, we do the certain sadhanas. Like you said, I may feel sleepy, but I will get up and chant like that. No, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
In even in our sadhanas, Prabhuji, sometimes we apply our like dislike. For example, sometimes um, if we like hearing means we prefer more that no Prabhuji, because somehow we like hearing than reading like that. So we apply this like dislike within sadhana, no Prabhuji. How to understand this, Prabhuji?
That is not a problem because that is
Mm.
helping us to become connected to Krishna only. So within that limits we have. We always need I like, I don't like.
Oh,
Manasna should be given something. Now what we are doing, instead of giving material things to Manas, we are giving spiritual things. Within this you choose. You
okay.
can choose within spiritual things. It is safe only to because Manas Krishna Niveshet. Manas is at the level it is occupied with Krishna only. Either in hearing, chanting, kirtan, book distribution, service, or deity worship. Somewhere Manas is connected to Krishna. So that
Mm.
is the duty of Buddhi to make sure that Manas is within this only. You have like like you have
Mm.
choice between whether you will take morning prasadam or evening prasadam or night prasadam, but you will only take prasadam.
Mm, mm.
So in that way we are saved.
Oh, so that is not wrong, Prabhuji. Within this, having
We
some.
Manas always needs like that. Manas always in pleasant mode. You cannot completely suppress it like yogis. No, you are just
Mm.
in Himalayas suppressing everything. That's the way they control mind. Our way of controlling Manas is you connect it to Krishna and control. And
Yubda
that their
Vairagyan.
way of controlling is you don't give anything to Manas. So
Falgu Vairagyan, Yubda Vairagyan, no Prabhuji. Difference
we
between.
are using the Vairagya. We are in a, it is much more easier to give something to mind within which it will choose instead of completely negating everything for the mind.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
So here subconscious mind is manas and unconscious mind is chitta, conscious mind is buddhi. So this is how it is. Like here, subconscious, this lifetime's impressions, I told it's like a RAM. Like we have our no, no. The software which you have in our laptop. But so all the programmings that are there in this laptop. But there is hard disk also, whole big, big, 1 lakh GB hard disk is there for me. So that is all chitta. And what is there on the desktop is like buddhi. Actively whatever I am doing, it is buddhi. That is understanding. Now, based on what is there in the laptop and what is there in on the screen, I am going to function. But all this chitta, it is just neutral. It is just information. It is going to transform itself in future into subtle desires and other things. All the sanskaras, vasanas, with this, they all come from there. Doubt is one of the most important functions of intelligence. Blind acceptance of something does not give evidence of intelligence. See, this is the point. One of the important functions of intelligence. We should always have questions. Questions are that means you start using our buddhi. This is buddhi. So doubt is the important function of buddhi. The blind acceptance of something does not give evidence of buddhi. Therefore, the word samshaya is very important. In order to cultivate, I am using the word buddhi so it becomes easy for you. In order to cultivate buddhi, one should be doubtful in the beginning. But doubting is not very favorable and information is received from proper source. Samshayatma vinashyati. Krishna says, a doubtful soul is perished. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord says that doubting the words of authority is the cause of destruction. So we have to doubt initially, but once we get an authority, we have to accept it. As described in Patanjali Muni, here. Uh, yes, read me.
एक मिनट हम हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम to you. Please accept my most humble obeisances.
Then,
Prabhuji, you mentioned about the chitta, right? Could you please go above
yeah, more.
the side? The subconscious mind is mana, or we say mind. Then unconscious mind is chitta, and
Yeah,
then conscious mind is intelligence, isn't it?
buddhi.
Buddhi. So you mentioned chitta as in which is which is present in a program, like it's a RAM, right? It's like a memory,
It's
isn't
like
it?
hard drive, hard disk.
Okay, and then how you will connect that to mana?
Okay, I will again write for you. So
Yeah.
you, for us, we like no. I am using computer language because we can understand. Chitta, I told it is like a whole internet. All
Okay.
the information is there. Then there is
Hmm.
ahankara,
Hmm.
which separates us. So this is like a cloud or Google. Now you
Hmm.
have your drive.
Hmm.
So that means is you have your own separated yourself and some part of chitta. This information is given in this life so that we have our own setup. This is me.
Hmm.
Border is
Hmm.
me. My house, my boundary, my things. And
Yeah.
then comes manas. So this manas based on certain impressions. So here chitta it's all information.
Okay.
See, what is important understanding, no? This is you all can remember. What is the important thing about computers is the powerful computer means how much it can store information and process it very fast. That's how the computers are super fast, super specialty, whatever computer, super. All these things is based on information. Now here we have already have such a supercomputer made by Lord. So scientists don't understand how this memory is stored because this is chitta part. Now what happens? Now this is in a neutral state. So this is like hard drive in a neutral state. You will not have any effect of it. Like no, it just gives an information. But here the same information has certain plus and minus signs. Like I have all the information of my past lives, no, some actions that happened to me in this life, something. But here we have manas, which is having information but with plus and minus sign. So this is called subconscious mind, like all this. So this is the programming in this laptop instead of hard drives, hard disks and all. It is the programming of this. So now I already programmed in this life. For me, I like South Indian food. For me, I like I like Vrindavan. I like certain things. So this is where the impressions are stored. This is subconscious mind, and then Buddhi is conscious. So like that.
So Prabhuji, so um, please correct me. They say that as per Shastras, Srimad Bhagavatam, the heart, the core of the mind is a heart. So here, if this sentence we take to this explanation, then the heart is chitta, or how we say that?
Chitta is heart. This is it.
Yeah.
This is where it stays.
But then there is a word like chitta, and then there is a chitta. Both two words are also coming, no?
No, Krishna does Machitta Madgata Prana Bodhyanta Prasparam. With your heart, you sit and discuss with devotees. You give your heart to me. And when you say Manmana Bhav Madbhakto, is addressing about Manas here. But when it comes to this is like you just remember Krishna. With Manas, we are remembering. But when it comes with Machitta, Madgata Prana, Bodhayanta Parasparam, when you are dealing with devotees and all, Krishna is telling not just Manas, not remembering. Give your heart also. Because Chitta is here at this place.
So,
Like
Prabhuji, please correct. When the mind is purifying, say it is pure Sataguna, or means not e- above transcendental mode. I'm talking about material emotions only. So, when it is a purified state, then it is a chitta. And then it is stored in chitta, isn't it? Because the purified thing will be, the heart is a core of the mind, means the core will be purified state of mind. Is my understanding correct, Prabhuji?
when we say Cheto Darpan Marjanam, na, the
हाँ
first
हाँ
of Chitta to come, what
yes.
we are cleaning this Chitta only.
हाँ.
Chitta is cleaned.
Hmm.
What is Chitta cleaning means cleaning from all impressions, all samskaras. See what happens now, whenever we do an activity, two things happen.
Hmm.
Two things. What is one is reaction, one is impression. Say I ate a mango. What is the reaction of eating mango? I enjoyed. It is sweet and all. Now, but when I eat a mango, I enjoyed a mango, but there is an impression of mango that is also stored. That is stored here at the level of chitta.
Hmm.
Now, next time when I see mango, of course it is stored at level of, but next time when I eat mango, next time when I see mango, immediately the information goes to there. You have an impression of it. So that
Hmm.
impression will trigger you to again eat mango. You saw mango now, oh, it is very sweet. I want to again take it. Where that information is stored, that is where is chitta, your understanding. So any action we do, always two components are there. One is reaction part, one is. So this is called karma part, this is swabhava part.
Oh,
Your
it's okay
understanding?
now. Yes, yes, it's
So
clear.
any action, all these impressions. Now, so many actions I did in so many lifetimes.
Hmm.
I went through so many experiences, so many things. So all this form, one is reaction part for it. Either I did good, bad, anything. Reaction part is there. Impression part is also there. So always there is karma part, which is reaction part, and there's swabhava, there's sanskaras part. So these sanskaras they from vasanas and then they form to vrittis. So this is what is our personality. You say, who are you? You will say certain things. So I am very kind person. I am very short tempered person. All these things is because of the impressions which you got based on the actions or based on some actions or based on some experiences or some things that are happened to you. So this is how our personality is formed. And people they become like this based on their karma, like some things which are I am getting it, like okay, I will uh, just share one more screen for you.
So we call heart chitta also, and we call chitta as in chitta also, and then we call chitta as a mind also. So those confusions are there, no, while reading.
No, of course it is not confusing. You should know where it
Uh-huh.
means and what context you are using that
Yes,
word.
yes, yes, Prabhuji, got it.
So yes, sanskaras with these vasanas. So main thing, all the impressions are vasanas. Then they transform, sorry, sanskaras. They transform some part of sanskaras are given in this life which are called vasanas. Vasanas are actually desires. So, vasanas are desires, a group of samskaras that manifest in this life, and they are actually desires, habits, stable qualities, or all these. I am a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya is based on these vasanas only. Whether I am a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and how these vasanas come, this is the impression, some part of impressions. So some part of impressions are given in this life. Who decides which impressions of which lifetime should come to you in this lifetime? That is decided by Adrashta. So
The demigod.
this is Adrashta means Vidhata, Brahma decides here. So they are all stored in some place for you, which they will
Okay.
give you. This adra, you say, Array, your adrishta is not good, your adrishta is bad. That means you got such type of sanskaras in your life. That's why it is good. You got some sanskaras which are in this life which are bad. So your adrishta is deciding what will come, what will not come. And
Hmm.
once it comes, that is called prarabdha.
म्हणजे means suffering will start.
And astrology, na, they tell about this vasanas only. What type of vasanas you have, based on that, it will tell, okay, this person is going to become rich, this person is going to become poor, or because he is going to behave in a particular way. All these things are predicted in the astrology. They'll predict what? They'll predict your vasanas based on the position of your grahas and all. They can tell, okay, this type of personality is born now because his vasanas are like this based on this. And then comes vritti. So further they come down. This is a thought process, how you start thinking. Because you are such person, you start thinking in a particular way. So this how the progression happens.
So,
But
Prabhuji, there is a term called belief. They say everything boils down to your perception, which is called belief. So, how this sentence we can understand in this particular context? The belief is the vritti part, the vasanas part, right? Because it is on the very surface level. Is my understanding correct?
here these people, they don't. It's on your belief and all these things. It's on at the level of manas.
Manas. Okay.
They actually use their manas and try to imagine, and this is actually the prayer. The prayer is actually what is connection to the supreme, the higher
Hmm.
power. Now this
Hmm.
prayer in the present situation, it transformed into beliefs, mindfulness, and
Positiveness.
positive thinking. this is all uh, this is all actually comes from the prayer. Instead of this is, we can say it's a manifestation at one level. This
Yeah.
is
The shades of prayers, we can say.
the shades of prayer.
Okay,
So
Prabhuji, I'm so grateful to you. I have cleared all the doubts in one particular discussion. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. I need to go. I'll catch you later, Prabhuji. Eternally grateful to you, and Danvat to all the Vaishnavas and to you also, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandapanam.
Krishna.
Prabhuji, my question is that in the introduction to Bhagavad Gita as it is, Prabhupada mentions about Chetana, the consciousness, that it has two aspects, purified and contaminated. Then contaminated has two aspects. I am the enjoyer and I am the creator, like that. So, what is this Chetana amongst these?
It is the energy, Mataji, that is coming from the soul through called prana. So what happens is prana is the energy which from the soul, prana, and this antakarana. So the soul is giving energy to this antakarana. So they become conscious because of prana. So when prana enters into this level, all this chitta, man, buddhi, ahankar, they all become conscious. So the consciousness is of the soul, but it is given to all these things. So once this consciousness come to antakarana, they start functioning independently. So That's why we feel that I am this antakarana only, because it is functioning independently. So that is a very important thing to understand. Like now, our manas will do independently. Say now my hand, it cannot think separately. Now legs will not say, now you sat for so much time, I want to go on there. Legs will not do like that. But manas will do independently. Independent of whom? Independent of soul. Soul need not tell anything. The antakarana will do all the things. Now, whatever activity we are doing now, it is just soul is observing only. All the things are done by whom? This antakarana. Antakarana is man, buddhi, chitta, ahankar, right? So this is chitta, buddhi, ahankar. So this is antakarana. So what happened is this prana is a connection from the soul to antakarana, which makes this antakarana conscious, and this antakarana starts functioning independently. And now the soul, because it entered it, it is only just observing. It is observing this antakarana acting, and it is identifying with it, thinking, oh, this is happening to me. I am doing like this. I am doing like this. But you got the energy. So this is all consciousness. So now when we say consciousness is contaminated, means what? What is contaminated? This antakarana is contaminated. So what should be purified? So this. Now what happened is, now when we cheto darpana marjanam. So now the soul is not able to see itself, because this antakarana, this is like a mirror, chitta, it is contaminated. Now once you clean, then the consciousness is clean. Then the soul can see itself and Paramatma both. That is the system. Clear, Mataji? Oh, yeah. Clear, Mataji?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Thank you. So basically, when we are talking about consciousness or chetna, it's like prana is
This is the
getting
energy that is
contaminated.
connecting it. Consciousness is there in our mind and all these things, but this consciousness, how did it come? It comes because of the soul through prana.
Okay. So when we say contaminated consciousness, it refers to all the antakarana.
Now, if this soul is transforming consciousness to antakarana through prana, now it is pure, then we can see ourselves. Now, what we are seeing is, I am so and so brahmachari here in Hyderabad, my house, my family, my things. This is all because of
Mm.
contaminated consciousness.
Mm. Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Keshav Premati.
Prabhuji, slightly go upper, Prabhuji. You are explaining for every action, there's a karma and samskar. I couldn't get what you trying to convey in that, Prabhuji. What does it mean, Prabhuji?
I will write again.
Like I cannot. What is that? What is the karma for every action we do? What is karma and what is samskara? Part you are explaining, Prabhuji.
Okay, I will again explain. Say now you did an action
Hmm.
of eating a mango.
Okay.
So you ate a mango. Now what happens is two things happens. Did you enjoy eating mango? You got
Yes.
enjoyment.
Yes, that is impression.
If it is a good mango,
Hmm.
you got enjoyment. But
Yes.
along with the enjoyment, you get one more thing, that is impression.
Oh.
Now next time when you see mango, then this impression will make you remember, Arey, you enjoyed it. This impression will make you do another action of again purchasing mango and eating.
Oh.
So this is where our all the sanskaras, this is called samskaras. So that's why you say, no, one time you do some wrong, now you want to repeat it, because the sanskara will say, Arey, you enjoyed it, acha tha, acha tha, acha tha. That is how it happens. So the sanskaras are the impressions. So the deeper the impression, the stronger the impressions, you are forced to work in that way. The actions are based on this impression. So any action you do, the second part is very dangerous for us. The impression parts. It's not that you did one time mistake. No, with what emotional state you have done mistake. That emotional state will decide the impression parts. Like say, like two people, they drank cigarette. For one person, he didn't get addicted. Another person got addicted. Why? because the impressions became very strong for him. For first person, he was just okay, casual, he left it. But second person, impression strong, he became an addict.
Prabhuji, in this, no, Prabhuji, for example, I smoke a cigarette. I feel it is very nice. That is the impression. And where is that feel it is nice is coming from, Prabhuji? This enjoyment part, where it is coming from? I mean, first to begin with, I should feel it is nice, no, Prabhuji. Then this impression part I understand, samskara part I understand. But the very first time when I smoke, I should feel it is, I mean, I feel it is nice now, Prabhuji. How, where it is coming from, Prabhuji, that very first time?
Our senses, Mataji, already they have certain programming of taste.
Oh,
Like, mango is there. You already senses are having some programming. That's why we got this body. This body itself means already programming is there. Where it started, we don't know. Program, we already have it.
that is Adi. That is only from
Ah,
Anadi.
they are
We
already
don't know, but
programmed.
the first cannot be predicted at all, Prabhuji, here.
We cannot ask the question of first only. We are already programmed. Why we are programmed like this, we don't know. We have to come up with
Okay.
the program. That is the point.
Okay. Prabhuji, and you're explaining about samskara, vasana, and vritti, that slide, Prabhuji. And you are telling we have this cloud, I mean, lots of impression is samskara, and this particular lifetime, only what is given to me is vasana, no, Prabhuji. In this particular body, what, I mean, of that whole samskara, only few portion may be given to me in this particular lifetime, no, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what is that? What is that deciding? I mean, why? Which part we're getting as vasana? It's all what, Prabhuji?
Adrishta decides. That's why we say, na, my Adrishta is like that. As like, when Dhritarashtra asked, na, Krishna, why did I get all my sons killed? He says 60 lifetimes back. So, why 60 lifetimes? You have to accumulate certain things, the combinations, this, that is called Adrishta. So, it is somewhere stored in no sphere.
Oh, this particular vasana is there is a common cloud of my impression, and that few portions are taken here and there and given in particular
Given in
body,
this particular lifetime,
and
yeah.
that is purely decided by Brahma. I mean,
He
Adhishta.
is called our Vidhata, na? He writes.
Oh,
Yeah.
so Prabhuji, so. Prabhuji, in that vritti part, I couldn't. What is that vritti you were telling
Vritti
from?
means the thought process. Now, the way you are thinking is based on the impressions. Like you say, Prabhuji, dharma should be very important. Why you are getting such thoughts? Because your vasanas are like that. You have certain
Oh.
strong understandings, strong things. Based on that, now for us, we say, no, Prabhuji. We have to be very strict with children. We have to tell them like this only. Somebody says, no, we should be lenient with children. And you will prove it that to be lenient with children is right. I will prove that strictness is right. We have our own thought process and we'll all work with that only.
Oh, based upon the particular vasana, we'll be having certain thought process. That thought process is called vritti, Prabhuji.
Like now what we can change is our thought process by hearing more and more like this. So what we are working on is we are working on our thought process because we cannot change our vasanas. Vasanas are so deep. We cannot be
Okay.
changed. But vritti can be changed. It's the link, it's the weakest part of the link in the karma chain.
Oh.
Our thought process. So with thoughts we change our emotions. With emotions we change our desire. So like that we progress.
Oh, we are progressing the reverse order now.
Uh,
So we're catching hold of the weakest part of that thing, and we are progressing upwards, Prabhuji. From vritti, we are going up, and we are trying. But all those vasana samskara will be totally burnt. We are reading by chanting Harinam. All
Yeah,
these things will be
karma in
completely
that bhakti
burnt.
you do everything, but it starts from thought process only. Even bhakti when we are doing, our thoughts changes now. Now instead of thinking of sensory item, we think how can I serve Krishna, how to do this, what I should eat
Oh,
prasad. Our thoughts are changing first.
so
So then the
what you
desires
mean
will
is,
change.
so this vritti part, this impetus of my action is not coming from my vasana. Impetus of my action is coming from Bhakti Shastras or Guru Sadhu Shastra, like that, Prabhuji. Now,
Now also our impetus to action is coming because of our vasanas and vittis only.
oh, oh,
But what we are doing now, we are Krishnaizing them. Now, what thought process we had, slowly we have to change it. Then what happens? Emotions change. Now instead of previously used to feel very emotional for certain things. Now we feel emotional for Vrindavan, Mayapur, Guru Maharaj, devotees. Slowly emotions start changing, and then you will not worry that array my laptop got spoiled. You will be more worried array my chanting did not happen nicely. So your emotions change. You start feeling for something else. So first thought process change, then emotions change, then slowly desires. The desires is the most difficult thing to change. They're so subtle. We will not even know that I have such desires.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So we have something in chat box. I will just what is unconscious, subconscious mind, I have told. So unconscious mind, no, ahankar is identity. It's a fourth thing. We have antakarana, fourth thing, chitta, man, buddhi, chitta, ahankar. So ahankar is not unconscious, it's a identity. And when a devotee is passed away, what things to do to satisfy his soul? What to do? We just have to chant for him, pray for him, and his soul will be, because that is what he needs. And you chant, if you chant for him Krishna, he will get some higher destination. However, samskaras vasanas with is different. Samskaras vasanas are part of samskaras which are given in this lifetime, and with this is thought process. We discussed that. So vasanas are like uh, like the impressions which we have very strong and which form our personality. So vasana is like our personality, and vritti is our thought process, and vasana is like desires. And Sri Vidya Mata, which slide? Previous slide. So when one takes to devotional service, then all our sanchita karma is burnt, but our previous sanskar impressions get burnt only by bhakti. Yeah. Our impressions, all impressions, everything is burnt. Bhakti is so strong. Those who have strong impressions like addictions, can one come out of it? Definitely they can come. Only thing is they have to be conscious. If they awaken their buddhi, they can come out of their impressions. Keshav Priyamata, you have another question?
Prabhuji, sorry, I didn't lower the hands, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you all very much. Any questions, comments? We'll end here. Hope I answered all your questions. Okay. Thank you all very much. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.